Alright, welcome back to the vlog. I remembered that I got my old trusty Nikon in the back of the car. So we've been driving around and I said, oh, that's what I'll do today. I'll bring my camera out and I'll take a couple of shots. We drove down some country lane, just sightseeing, just went for a drive. And I'm gonna walk you through the process of how I take photos. Because I think photography is easy if you know the basics, basically. Here we've got some water buffaloes behind me. There's a nice baby one here, right in the middle of the road. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna snap a shot. The premise of it, a good photo, instead of just clicking and taking a photo, you rather find your angle, maybe put the buffalo as foreground, have a background towards it, and it'll look much better. We'll see, we'll see. I'm gonna go try and snap a couple of shots of these buffaloes. Just driving past on a country lane, I've just seen some buffaloes. Got my camera and I'm gonna take a couple of shots. I think I got a couple of shots. It's important to have like decent angles instead of just pointing and shooting as you would, which just gives you like a flat photo. You rather get down, try different angles, it'll look a lot better. So hopefully we got a decent photo there of a water buffalo. Carry on and we'll see what else we can find. Just as we were watching the buffaloes there, notice how I got close to the buffalo. Pretty close, what we were 2-3 meters away. Water buffaloes are generally a calm, peaceful animal, unless obviously provoked. He kindly let me go pretty close to her and her calf, which, you know, they look like a beast. They look like it could be dangerous, which they could be because they got horns. Oh, the bird would just sat on his back. That would have been a good photo. If it popped up again, I think I missed my opportunity. But yeah, I was saying, they look dangerous, the spiky horns and that, but they're actually peaceful, calm animals. I had a couple when I was a kid, so I don't really get nervous around water buffaloes. The owner actually just came up to us because he thought he just stood there with a couple of dogs. I don't know if you could see. He thought we were parked here because the buffaloes were blocking our way, but not the case. We're just just filming video, taking photos of his buffalo. Good photo. We're just gonna do a Yui. I pulled up here. This is where they dump the cassava. I don't know if you can see, there's loads of trucks waiting. This is where all the farmers bring the cassava to sell by the kilos. I'm gonna get a quick photo. Hopefully it's a half decent photo. Let's see. I think I got it. It's just those are trucks waiting, so it's the process of cassava selling, I suppose. Another photo here. I've got a herd of buffaloes here in the middle of, I think it'd be quite an interesting photos. We'll see, we'll see. I think I've got a photo. We'll have to see in the edits. next photo. We're here by a field of rubber trees, and what we've got is the sun shining through. We got the front ones all lit up, and then it goes into like a dark tunnel. So I think that might be an interesting photo. I don't know. I find it interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna take a picture, and then you lot can see. I can't talk today, so rubbish. I think it's a decent photo because you've got light at the end of the tunnel. Zoom in a little bit, you see the light hitting the trees, and then it goes into like a dark arch, and then at the end of that arch there's more light. So I think, to me, I find it interesting anyway. I don't know, you lot tell me in the comments. Next photo, this is one I've been looking for. So often around Isan or around like rural parts of Thailand, I'll come in. But what you would see is these trees here in the middle of nowhere. Can you see it? I'm gonna take a photo of this tree. These trees, the farmers don't cut them down because they believe it's bad luck to cut these trees down. I don't know what type of trees they are. A certain type of tree out here in rural Thailand, but they believe that if they cut it down, these trees have spirits in them, so they unleash the spirits if they cut it down, so they leave it up. So you would think on a rice field it would be much easier to farm if that tree wasn't just in the middle of this rice field. That's not the case. No one dares to cut it down. I'm just on a rice bank, I'm just walking. I don't know what today's video is. I just like to come out. I used to do this a lot in England. Often I would go out by myself and just go take myself for a walk, but take my camera with me. Let me set you up. In Thailand, no one dares to cut these trees down because they believe that they contain spirits. So if they cut it down, they unleash the spirits, and it'd be bad luck, bad karma. That's why you see them just left to their own devices. And I also think it looks cool when you drive past. Instead of just seeing flat rice fields, you see trees in the middle of the rice fields, and I think it makes for good visual and certainly a good photo. So let me just quickly snap this one up. Got dark cloud just drifting in just behind the tree as well, which is nice. And then you got a nice big palm tree there, and a load of smaller palm trees in the background. So I think it should make for a nice photo. Let me just snap this one up quick. I think I got a couple of decent shots there. We're just driving out and about. The kids are asleep in the car, so I said, why not come and make a video? I've got my camera in the back of the car. I'll just snap some photos, I've done that in a while. Back in the UK, I used to take myself off all the time, just by myself, either on a long drive or I take myself on a walk in the countryside. And I'll bring my camera. I don't even have a strap. I just hold it like this, and literally I'll go on a walk. Just out in nature. I kind of like being out in nature and hearing all the sounds. And when I drive past certain things, I see like a photo, I'm like, oh, I'd take a great photo. And sometimes I wish I had my camera on me, so I kind of miss coming out and just taking photos. Oh, I think the wind's just drifting that cloud back over the tree a little bit. Let me just snap another photo because the sun's just glaring on that tree now. So let me take one more. Got a decent photo there, and I'm pretty happy about that. Like I was saying, I think anyone can take a decent photo. You don't have to have a fancy camera, you can take it with your phone. But instead of just standing and snapping a standard photo, try and scope out a decent photo. And what I mean by that, like even that tree there, instead of having it right in center, put it to the side a little bit, rule of thirds, have the tree as foreground, there's a couple of palm trees in the background, and a nice atmospheric sky. I think you should make a decent photo. But yeah, I think anyone can take a good photo, you just have to persist with it. I would suggest for anyone that's getting into photography or whatever, I'm no expert by any stretch of the imagination, but for anyone that wants to get into photography, I would suggest just getting your phone or your camera or whatever and just going out, just taking a load of photos. But instead of just standing there and snapping a photo, just try different angles, putting things in the foreground, just thinking about foreground, middle ground, background. Also the sky comes into play as well a lot. If there's light shining on a certain thing, just have a think about it and then snap it. Don't worry about your settings, just put it on auto and just snap it. And then once you start getting better, that's when you start worrying about your settings. That's how you're going to get better. Quick advice there from a non-pro.